Hello, welcome to Your Simple Golf Swing. I'm Matt. I want to talk to you today about a concept I first heard from Mike Dunaway, giving up control to gain control. Now, what do we mean by that and what am I talking about? I'm talking about one of the biggest things that plague golfers when they get out on the course, whether it's off the tee or trying to hit that shot into the green. What happens more often than not is, unlike on the range and unlike hitting into a net, our focus changes a little bit. When we're on the range or we're in our backyard hitting area, our focus is on performing the perfect swing properly. And we focus on hitting that golf ball nice and solid, making pure contact. When we get out on the course, a lot of people have difficulty taking what they've done on the range or taking what they've done in their backyard and bringing that to the golf course, having it show up for them while they're playing a round of golf. Well, let me tell you the reason for that. The reason is because when we are practicing, we're focusing just on ball contact, just on striking, getting good strike after good strike after good strike. In the process of doing that, we are focusing on our process. That's where our main focus is, making sure our process, making sure that our timing and our tempo and everything is nice and perfect. And that's where it should be. It should be focusing on performing the perfect swing properly. But when we get out into the course, our mindset changes. Now we start looking down the fairway from the tee box. We look at where the trouble is, where the trees are, where the woods are. Now we're starting to put our focus on performing a shot or pulling off a shot. When we're hitting into greens, we're thinking, okay, got my 8-iron in hand. It's 160 yards into the flag. Okay, I got to hit this thing perfect so I can carry it and get it all the way, get that full distance out of it. And we start thinking about, okay, so there's a sand trap on the right and there's water on the left. Again, our focus goes on pulling off the shot rather than performing the swing properly. So let's get back to my concept of giving up control to gain control. What I found works for so many golfers and works so well for me is that I mentioned that shot out there 160 yards into the green, okay? And that's going to be my 8-iron. I'm going to hit my 8-iron. I have already made the decision that I have chosen the club that I need to make that distance. I've already stood behind my ball, picked my target line, my intermediate target. I've already lined up, got my measurements, and I'm ready and set to go. My mind at this point has to turn off everything that is down that way. It needs to completely forget about the green, completely forget about the sand trap, the water on the left. My focus now needs to be on performing the perfect swing properly. Now this is where I'm talking about giving up control to gain control. Because what we're going to do now is we are going to resist that temptation to pull off the shot. We're going to resist that temptation to try to guide that golf ball so it doesn't take off to the right and go into that sand trap. Or guide that golf ball so I don't yank it and pull it into that water. Those thoughts have to be eliminated from your mind. Those are results oriented towards the target. This is where people have a lot of problems because they will get to the top of their swing and their mind will automatically think about the things they don't want to do and what I have to do so I don't do what I don't want to do, and then they don't perform the swing properly. And then they either chunk it or they hit it thin or they go ahead and instead of hitting it, you know, they're guarding against hitting that trap on the right, now they yank it into the lake on the left or vice versa. What your mindset has to go back to is, like I said, forget everything down there. Go back to your mindset that you had at your hitting net or out on the driving range, where all I'm going to focus on here, I've already got my alignment. I've already got the right club for the distance. There's nothing I need to do in this little space right here other than to perform the perfect shot properly, the perfect swing properly. So forget about the shot you're trying to pull off and focus on performing the perfect swing properly. And you'll find that when you do this, At first, it's a scary thing. And when I first started doing this, especially off the tee box, it made me very nervous because I would get up on the tee with my driver and I would be thinking about that trouble on the left and trouble on the right. And I would go up and I would tee that ball up and I would take my alignment, get my spot alignment and everything, line up to the ball. And I had to just say, okay, if I perform this swing properly, this ball is going to go where I want it to go. And I had to tune out everything down there on the fairway. And it was scary. And you do feel a sensation of giving up control. But what you'll find is that when you do that, you'll absolutely smash the ball and you pull off the shot without trying to pull off the shot. So take that out onto the course with you. I find it so liberating. And you will find that when you start doing this on a regular basis, you're going to feel very nervous at first when you stand over that ball because your thoughts aren't, okay, I have to trust this swing. I have to trust all this work that I put in my golf net or at the driving range. And I've got to forget about what's going to happen, perform the swing, and after I've struck that ball and my arms start coming up, then I'm going to look up and it's going to blow my mind when I see that ball on the trajectory that I had been hoping for and planning for. It will absolutely liberate you. It'll blow your mind. I hope this tip helps you. Go ahead and try this on the course. Give up control to gain control. Don't focus on pulling off the shot. Focus on performing the perfect swing properly. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be told when I load up new videos. And if you're interested in learning the perfect golf swing, please go down in the description where you'll find a link to my entire online course. Thank you so much. Have a great day.